What's up, everyone? Today on Seth Leroy Hustle Adventures, I wanted to go over a pros and cons at 5 months of owning my own cargo van business, not a sprinter van, with my own authority. And I do these once a month. Let's get right into it. First off, I always like to start with cons. Now, to me, in these 5 months, cons that I can think of are pressured decision making. Like if you pick going to the wrong city area, wrong state, if you get a little too trigger happy on a run, just that's probably at the high pressure selection of what you're going to do, because it doesn't fall on any boss, it falls on you. So that is probably the biggest con that I can think about, is literally just, yeah, every decision you make is key in this business to be successful. But you get good at it, and then you start getting good brokers, and then that dissipates a little, but still every decision you make can make or break your week 100%. Next, let's go into the pros. I mean, I've said it every time. So at 5 months, still a pro is decision making, when I don't want to work, when I do want to work. My wife has had appointments or had things going on, or she had to go to a color class she's a hairstylist. We don't look for loads. We got vacations planned. My wife goes, "Can we stay out till Tuesday?" I said, I mean, it's up to us. She goes, "Oh my gosh, yeah." So we're still even getting used to that. Being able to bring my daughter on the school bus when I want to, like going to my kids' games, just planning out my day. I still wake up early during the week when I'm home during the week, but then on the weekend, my wife does work Saturdays, but still, it's just like, it's not that same monotonous, like, I must stay on schedule, because that was one thing that I used to always do. So to me, a pro is just like having that freedom, that mental space where you're just like, it's up to me today, what I want to do. And then the freedom of even just doing this type of lifestyle. Like when the van did go out for a week, my wife picked up a couple shifts and made $600. Back in the day, let's say I got sick, and I have been sick during owning this business. When I got sick, I noticed I wasn't freaking out. And it was really weird. Like the couple times I've gotten sick, I just sort of thought about, like, obviously I got the little ones too, so I had to be there for them and still take care of them. But I remember I just didn't have this like pressure or this anxiety or this like, but then it dawned on me, I'm like, dude, you're not freaking out because you have no boss to report to. You have no one to be like, because like, I remember it'd be like, oh, I hope I get sick on the weekend. You know what I mean? Because I'm a psycho when it comes to, being, when I was an employee, because I was not sick. I was just, and I did not call in, like very rarely. That's what I'm saying. So I noticed that I wasn't even feeling, I was just focused on getting better, and it tripped me out. I'm like, why am I just like, what's wrong? I'm like, oh yeah, because I don't have to, if I don't feel good Monday, it's not a big deal. So that's something that's good too. Obviously, I hate being sick. I'm not saying that, but that was something that I've noticed over these 5 months that is just amazing. And then too, like at first it was strange to me. This could be a con at first. It was for me. The undoubtedly, like, oh, we could go here, but my wife likes that song about like me being a gypsy type thing, because that's how I always was, and I still am that kind of a soul. So like at first though, it was foreign to me, because before it was like I go to work from 6 to 4 or whatever, and now it's not like that. Now it's just like you could be chilling, and then Monday, like today's Monday, I did that run that I had to drop off this morning, but now I've been home and it's coming up on 6 and haven't had any good loads on the load board. And it's just like, I'm debating turning it in for the night. Because a lot of times too, Mondays are slower. So then you'll pick up good runs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes we'll make $1,200 profit. I'm saying gross in those 3 days. And then I just come home. Sometimes it's 4 days, which we still love that, because then I'm home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday usually is still like, you don't get out till, 12, 1 o'clock. So you're just kicking in the morning. Like, it's insane to us how different the vibe is. But then obviously there's the struggles. There's more cons that I could think of just after talking about that. I guess like a con is, yeah, like if a week is like, it is so up in the air, and we bid high, we don't bid low. because we value our time. So to us, it's like, so the thing is, and the bids are very important because if you take the wrong one, like I said, so I could see a con being that, as in like, it also can be a con how it can be just so random, but then it's also exciting. Like we'll be like, oh, we just profited 380 on this run. And then it can be so unpredictable. And then the gas so far has been a con with what happened, because we were making decently more money. Like for instance, this last week we made our minimum. It was like 800, or that's our minimum goal per week. That's gross income. That's with taxes taken out, gas, all that stuff. And food, everything. So, and insurance weekly taken out. So we made $800, but with gas being the way it is, she was saying maybe we could have pulled in 900. We're not sure. But what I'm saying is there are cons because, you know, before when I was a straight truck driver, I just filled up the pumps at our work. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I guess things do fall on you, but obviously you guys know we did our taxes this year and they still went well. And that's something that you get used to too, is just, and two, you can't just look to the boss and go, how do I fix this? You have to fix it. But as you guys know, I practice a program for recovery, which actually, it teaches us to not be driven by fear. It teaches us not to live in fear. So therefore, when these issues arise, my wife's funny because I freak out though too a lot. I'm not saying I don't, but like she'll be freaking out and then I'll just be like, because if I'm in a good spiritual conditioning moment, I'll just be like, it's okay. We'll see what happens, you know, it is what it is. Because that's how you have to be in this industry. You got to keep your head on your shoulders too. Because because I've had times where I was wigging out and like, I don't want to do that to brokers, obviously, but not like I'm yelling at them, you know, I'm Minnesota nice, so I'm passive aggressive. Because I used to be real aggressive, if you know what I mean, but I have changed my ways. So like when I have been screwed over or lied to, because they will lie to you sometimes to get you to the place and it's closed. So I'm thinking of more cons now, which that's why I want to do these. And that's why this time I didn't write stuff down. I usually write down the pros and cons, but this time I wanted to just start going off like my feelings of what I felt so far. And I mean, sometimes, yeah, like, I absolutely love it. I'm in love with it to where like just the freedom, But also that you got to hustle. I've been telling people this because there's so many people who, you know, get into this and then they're like, oh, well, I'm not making money. But they were hustling at first and then they turn on to, I don't like these runs. I don't like this. I don't like this. And yes, you do find the way you do it. Like me, now I love it. Like, I mean, but you still have to like work with brokers and work with the situation. And it can't just be like your favoriteest run. Because I love a lot of the runs, but then some runs, yeah, you don't want to do, and you just do it because you're a business owner. It all falls on you, and you better hustle. So that's something that I would say, though, as for people who are getting into this, because with the pros and cons list at 5 months, I was already a hard worker, so like they can't even believe how, and not ego at all. I'm just saying, like, I don't really take breaks. I'll just literally like go through the drive-through real quick. That's it, and get gas, get pump, go, pump, go. I mean, I eat half peanut butter sandwiches on the road because I'm a psycho and I want to get to my place on time. Not even just on time, early. That's just the way I am. That's the way I'm wired. So if you want to get into this and want those benefits, work hard, play hard. Someone commented that on one of my last videos, and that's exactly how I am. 3 to 4 days, I'm a psychopath. Sometimes 5 days. I'm a psychopath because too, like Monday, like today I said, Monday's the slower day to get loads, so it's not even a big deal. It's like, we did one this morning, made $150. It was a local one. No big deal. Cool. Whatever. $150 that we profited, obviously, with everything taken out. But anyway, so those are the pros and cons. I love it. The pros outweigh it for me 1,000,000 to 1. But for some people, they might go, this is too much, and they want to go back to their old job. And that's okay. If you want to go back to your old job and you need to adjust the way you come into it, do that. But anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who watches. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want. If you don't want to. But anyways, keep hustling.